Exercise number 3 is the deadlift. Now I've put this at number 3 because there could be a few limiting factors. One is the grip strength, and 2 is the range of movement, being able to get down and hold on to the weight. Now the advantage of this is I'm using what's called a hex bar, because it's shaped like a hexagon, but what it's also got are these handles. So this bar here, with these bumper plates on, is about the same height as a barbell. Now a barbell can be too low for some people, so with these handles, you're another sort of 2.5, 3 inches above that. So range of movement becomes less of a limiting factor. But obviously grip strength is still going to be a limiting factor. So if we go into the deadlift, now a deadlift is lifting from the floor. Dead position, we lift up. Now what we do here is we use more of the hips, less of the knees. With the squat, it was more knee, less hip. Now we go into this position, so you can see a little bit less knee, a little bit more hip. So we have feet sort of hip to shoulder width apart. We obviously hold onto the handles in the center, and then we lift up. Stand up straight, and then we do the same movement in reverse. So we would hold at the top for a second, again maintain tension, and then drop down. Now again, as I mentioned, grip strength can be a limiting factor because we just want to be able to do 6 reps. Now again, we've got to build up to that. So you would start with 12, then go to 10, then go to 8. Obviously when you go at 12, you're at a certain weight. You add weight to it, go to 10, add weight to it, go to 8, add weight to it, go to 6. That's going to take you a number of weeks to build that up. I would work it alongside another sort of part of your training, which is to build the core strength as well, because again, when we're in this position, we need to be holding a solid torso. What we don't want is when we lift, the back's around. We want to be able to maintain that position there, all the way through and to the top. And then on the way back down. So I recommend sort of adding it into a more complete training protocol or training program, and that's going to take a number of weeks to build up to that 6 reps. We also want the load going down through the body. Now what's happening here, as I mentioned, with back squat, you don't have the hands involved. Now you do. This should be a heavier lift than your squat. So your grip strength, you need to be able to hold this. So the reason I put the back squat first and not this one is because that one doesn't use grip strength and this one does. You may need to build your grip strength up before you can do 6 reps, which should be heavier than your 6 reps of back squat. In healthy individuals, that should be the case. Your deadlift should be stronger than your squat. But if you're new to this, if you're looking to get and build bone health and build bone density, these are the types of sort of methods and strategies that you need to build. So you need to build lighter weight, build the grip strength, get heavier, get heavier, get heavier over a period of months. So that's going to take time. With regards to the movement, again, we need the range of movement at the hip to get down here. We need the strength of the core to hold here. And just like the squat, if I turn this round, we need to be able to maintain knee position all the way through the movement. What we don't want is when we go down for that to collapse in like that. What we want, knees out, all the way down. So we want these heavy lifts to be able to build and maintain our bone density, because again, what we've got, the hands are gripping, so the hands are going to get a degree of bone density as well. The arms to some degree, because the muscles are going to be working and compressing around the bone. But what we then get is the weight compressing our whole body from our shoulders down into the floor. So we've got that which the body is going to respond to. So if that can be heavier than the back squat, then it's only going to be better for the bones. So we want to build that up. And obviously we've then got the leg muscles having to do their work from the hips, the quads, the hamstrings, the calves as well, all doing their work, all pulling on bone, which is going to make the deadlift that much more effective. So as a quick summary, exercise number 1, the back squat is the best one because although it does have limiting factors, grip strength isn't one of them, so you can manage those limiting factors. Overhead press, because it's for the upper body, and then deadlift, which is probably the best exercise, and it's functional because we are going through that lifting pattern. So it's a very functional type of exercise because we lift all day, or we can be lifting every day, whatever it may be. So it's very functional, but we just have a couple more limiting factors, which could be range of movement, which could be grip strength. So we aren't able to lift as much as our legs can lift because our hands are the limiting factor.